guys, welcome back to Pia Talks. We are talking the Real Housewives of New York, season 12, episode 22, the reunion part 1. So there's this big rumor going around that maybe, allegedly, Bravo is thinking about bringing Heather back. I say no. Yeah. I mean, I thought that Heather was nice, but I didn't think she brought that much to the show. But if she's going to replace Ramona, I would say yes. I mean, I would take anybody in place of Ramona. I seriously would. I mean, that woman is something else. But can I also say something on a side note about Ramona? Now, I appreciate that she had on a mask. I think that's very important, to protect others and yourself. But did anybody else get Hannibal Lecter vibes from that mask? I mean, I really did. And then when she was drinking through the straw through that mask, that was something else. I mean, it really brought laughter to me. I just started laughing. I said, the reunion just started. I'm already cracking up. Ramona, thank you for that. That was the joy and the laughter that she brought to the show. It started there and ended there. Ladies looked beautiful. They really did. They all looked amazing. But the one who looked the absolute best, in my opinion, Sonia. Sonia's face was giving us love and happiness, wasn't it? She looked really amazing. You can see that she has lost weight. And I'm not saying that anybody needs to lose weight. I struggle with the weight. But I'm just saying she had some weight loss. She got some kind of lift and some other kind of lift and a partial lift, some kind of lift. She was naming off the lifts, but I don't know. All I'm saying is Sonia brought it. Her haircut was beautiful, and she said that she was trying to bring a little Ellen Birkin, and she brought it. She looked like that lady a lot. So I appreciate Sonia.
Hold on 1 second. Sonia, you're putting sanitizer on your legs.
Well, guess what? I need a little shine for tonight.
Okay.
Was that crazy or what? When Andy stopped in mid-sentence, he said, Sonia. What is wrong with her? I don't know, but I'm telling you, it's that Sonia that I love. Now, the first real question of the evening was Shady Boots, Shady Andy. There was a question about Leah's social media post that she made about Ramona not following quarantine rules, not socially distancing, not wearing a mask, hanging out and globetrotting. Now, I follow both Leah and Ramona on Instagram and Dorinda as well. But I have noticed that throughout this whole process, Ramona had been everywhere. The woman has been living her life, and the rest of the girls, they took issue with it.
Every day. At night, she was at a speakeasy with no mask on. At the Breakers with Harry Dubin.
She didn't have to wear a mask outside.
Mask on.
And also showing herself dancing, and people are dying.
Ramona.
People are dying.
Okay,
This
ladies.
3 million
Ladies.
people out
I
of
don't
work.
wear masks
Okay.
on the ocean. I don't wear masks on the ocean.
Okay.
Now, listen, whether you like Leah or Dorinda or not, they were speaking facts. Ramona was out here acting like she is the only one that counts. And there was a lot of people saying that she was going to these speakeasy, so to speak, places that are supposed to be closed, and they actually were closed to the public, but they were still having get-togethers and hanging out. As the girls say, she was hanging out with Harry Dubin. It cracks me up every time Sonia says she was kissing Harry Dubin. Every time she says Dubin, it makes me laugh. I don't know why, but that is the truth. And I don't care how much she acts like she is outraged. I don't have the corona. I don't have it. It does not matter, ma'am. You say that you did have it at one point, and Andy Cohen had it, and he says, I don't want it again. Ramona, stop being so selfish. When Dorinda says she was down at Breakers with Harry Dubin, that still cracks me up. I am so sorry, but I was laughing so hard. Tears were rolling down my face when they were going back and forth. I said, what is wrong with you? I don't understand why the ladies are acting as if Ramona is not selfish. Why are they acting as if Ramona is not self-absorbed? Why are they acting as if they don't know her? I mean, did you expect Ramona to actually do like the rest of us and follow the rules, stay in the house? No, of course not. Ramona is a socialite. She is a social butterfly. She goes out to these different parties and she drinks water. She doesn't hang in the house like the rest of us. Are you kidding me? Leah did fill us in and let us know that since the quarantine started, she has stopped drinking and she's keeping it going. She decided that due to quarantine and the seriousness of C-19, she needed to be on her A game, and that is a sober game. Andy asked her how it's been her freshman season, and he let her know that a lot of people really enjoy her. And the rest of the girls said that they thought that it was lovely having her. She was younger than them, she was fresh, that she took them downtown, and they are some uptown girls. They also thought that she was not judgmental and that they could talk to her and she would listen. And I can see that. She is a listener, she really is. There was a fan question that came in and they wanted to know why Leah sometimes age shamed the ladies and why she wasn't seeking more advice from them instead of shaming them. And she said that she didn't really think that she was. I think that she was more joking. However, the rest of the girls said that they didn't feel that she was age shaming them at all. They thought too that she was joking, and Dorinda says that she takes advice from her all the time. And I'm thinking Dorinda might have some actually good advice as long as she's sober. I wouldn't take any advice from drunk Dorinda, but sober Dorinda may have a few gems. So that was good that they didn't feel that she was shaming their age. In that same conversation, Leah mentioned that she has upgraded her apartment and she tells Luann she should stop by because we all know shady Luann. She is always judging someone's accommodations. And you know, Andy asked her was she upset by it and she said no, she didn't take it personally. I mean, when somebody like Luann says something like that, who's taking it personal? Come on, Luann. We've seen you in the backseat of that police car. All right, so I'm acting Dorinda, but I'm sober. That was mean, right? Okay, I take it back. I take it back. I laughed. I'm sorry. So there was another fan question, and they wanted to know if the girls felt bad about those crazy comments they made about Leah's tattoos. And it was so ridiculous because Ramona tried to fluff it off. She said, I just never known anybody with tattoos. I find that hard to believe. I think she's lying. We know the true backstory of where Ramona grew up. You have got to be kidding me. There is no way that you've never known anybody or been friends with anybody that has tattoos. Are you telling me your 50, 60, 70 friends, none of those girls have tattoos? I don't believe it. Lies. Leah says the only one that she was really sad about or felt weird about was the comment that Sonia made that they would never have sex because of those tattoos. However, Sonia says that she was just joking. And when you look at the flashback of how the conversation and everything went, I think I believe her. I think I believe that Sonia was just joking during that conversation. However, when they do the flashbacks of her one-on-ones, I don't know if she was joking. But she did apologize, so I appreciate that. But the weird thing was the fans wanted to know about her vagina wings. That sounds so weird, vagina wings. Or is it just the way I say vagina? I don't know, but I've never said vagina that many times in my life. Something's not right about that. But anyway, she says that one day she was on hallucinogenics, which I don't know if that's, I don't know what kind of drugs it's LSD or something. I don't know, but she was on that stuff and she said that she had purple wings. And then when she came to, which I don't really like the way she said when she came to, did you pass out? I don't know. People don't do drugs. As they say on South Park, I believe, drugs are bad. But anyway, she said this happened when she was 17. So when she woke up, she thought, I'm gonna get a tattoo, I'm gonna get some wings. But I don't want to just put them on my back, I'm gonna put them down there. I don't think so. Anyway, Dorinda says, well, what do men think when they see them? And she said, oh, they love them. Dorinda's face was shocked. She said, oh, do they? Listen, I don't know. I would assume that some men would think, oh, this is cool. But then I would assume that other men probably don't even care because they're not here to look at the wings. I mean, I don't know, but this conversation has gone somewhere I didn't want it to go, and I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about this anymore. We find out that Leah's dad is absolutely in love with Sonia. Sonia is his favorite housewife. And I thought that is hilarious because Sonia likes older men. I wonder if Leah's dad has some money. Bunny, be careful. I don't know anything, people. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with me this morning, and I think I figured it out. I'm gonna tell you, this is the problem. I normally don't drink these, and this morning I was feeling a little droopy, and so, oh my Lord, I am so sorry. I am out of control this morning. I'm gonna just calm down a little and finish this out, okay? She says that she has absolutely no regrets about drinking those 9 months that she did drink. And she said she really appreciates the fact that while she was drinking for those 9 months, she got to hang out with some of the funnest bees that she's ever known. So, all right, I'm glad she had a good time, but I'm even more happy that she is sober. So there was another fan question from somebody in Ohio, my home state where I currently live. And the question said, this season was really hard to watch, ladies, especially with all the drinking. Does any of you ladies wish you had done more to address some of the sloppy behavior? I thought that was a really good question. Andy, shady Andy. Andy goes down the list. He says, Leah, you've stopped drinking. Luann, you have addressed your drinking. Sonia has addressed her drinking. And then he says, Dorinda, have you done anything about your behavior drinking-wise? I laughed. I said, oh, Andy, the way to take it to her, but I was interested. Okay, I got a little closer to the TV. I grabbed my remote, turned it up a little bit because I said, wait a minute now. What's about to happen?
Dorinda, have you seen anything that has made you want to alter your behavior drinking-wise?
Yeah, of course, when the season ends, I think we all stop. I mean, I'm not like Ramona. I'm not out every night. Ramona is out every single night drinking. I mean,
I drink water.
Way to deflect. Way to deflect. She is, lady, answer the question. Answer the question. And Ramona, I'm telling you, she's got one more time to give me that water. I will lose it. I cannot take it. You are lying. That drink that Luann had when she had her supposed first official drink, she said, oh, it's just vodka. That was Ramona's drink. Where was the water? Girl, if you don't stop, you had vodka soda. That was the water. It was soda water, polluted by all that vodka. Okay? Huh. I'm just saying, Dorinda, it's time to step up to the plate of your life. Say something, girl. There was another fan question. Andy asked Leah, what did she mean the morning after she pretty much acted out down there in Newport when she told Elise that she wished that she acted a little more crazy more often and lose control. She said that part of her would love to lose control more, but she really just said that because she was annoyed at Elise being so condescending to her. And it cracked me up because Andy said, I was quite surprised the next morning that you were not more ashamed of your behavior. See, Leah, she says it like it is pretty much. She says, now how is that I should be more ashamed and I should be called out for my behavior when these ladies, you just did a montage showing these ladies acting a fool on a regular basis throughout the season. So why am I getting the spotlight? Then she talks about how Ramona treated her, and then here you go.
You know what I mean? It's like a different standard.
She does everything to deflect. You know, she's a whore. I'm angry.
I
I'm
never
a
called her
drunk.
that. What do
Yeah,
Did you call me a whore?
No, well, a tramp. Sleeps
No, I never
around.
called her that. I think
Low brow.
are you
I mean,
crazy?
low brow.
Now you've gone
Low
too
brow.
far, Dorinda, with your lies. You're a liar, and I hate that. You are disgusting.
Okay, let her
Oh,
finish.
my God, Dorinda.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Go to
Let her
church.
finish.
I cannot with the fake outrage. I cannot with the fake outrage. Lady, put your arms down and be quiet. Stop it, Ramona. Bravo, please. Please do something about that woman. So there was another fan question where they asked Luann if that one sip that she had at the comedy show was actually her first sip since she was on probation? And she says yes, but I have to admit, there was an ex-employee of hers who was on the blogs, and he says allegedly she had never stopped drinking. He could have been upset at her for letting him go or whatever that was, but allegedly she had not stopped drinking, which I don't know, but I do know that she looks like she's a lot healthier now. She says that she is completely sober. Andy asked the girls if they thought that Dorinda's behaviors in the Berkshires when she was drinking gave them pause. And Luann says that it gave her pause. When she watched it back, she thought, oh my gosh. And then that's when she had that real conversation with herself and decided that she needed to go back to not drinking, or at least limiting the amount of drinks that she has. Another fan question that came in that was really good was, the person wanted to know, with Dorinda being as mean as she is when she is drunk, why does she get so defensive when people bring up her use of alcohol? Whenever they bring up the subject, she gets extremely upset and defensive about it.
Question, it seems like you get very defensive when anyone brings up your drinking.
Yeah, I'm very sensitive about that.
Why are you sensitive about it?
Because I find it to be accusatory, maybe. I try not to point out, like, when Ramona's drinking or Ramona's sleeping with all kinds of people. I try not to point it out.
Now, this is the thing. This woman refuses to answer the question. She just wants to keep throwing it to Ramona. Now, even though Ramona irritates us, Ramona says things that she shouldn't say, Ramona is self-absorbed, that is all true. This is not about Ramona. This is about you being vicious and mean and drinking too much. And she doesn't want to answer the question. It gets to the point where Andy pretty much has to force her to answer the question and tell Ramona to be quiet. He says, I'm talking to Dorinda right now. Be quiet, Ramona, who was acting really immature. She said, but Dorinda was talking to me. She was looking at me. Be quiet, lady. This is not about you. This is about Dorinda, and we, the people, the fans, we want to know what is going on. Why are you so defensive about this drinking? Finally, she admits that yes, she was drinking too much and that she was using alcohol to deal with her stress. And it's just been, hard for her, but now she realizes, she says that she only drinks really during the season, and then when she's not filming, she doesn't drink, or she doesn't drink as much. And I still think it has to be addressed. I still think that if she's using alcohol to cope with stress, that is going to cause a major problem. Get help, Dorinda, seriously. Then they asked about the ladies being concerned about Sonja's drinking, which I think that they have been concerned about Sonja's drinking for quite some time. Sonja brings up that water pill situation, and Dorinda's not buying it. And I don't think I'm buying it that much either. I mean, people around the world take water pills. People around the world use diuretics and have a few drinks, and they don't get to there. And Dorinda mentions that she takes a diuretic, that same one, every day. But then I thought, Dorinda, please don't chime in here, hon, because when you were taking your diuretic every day and drinking, you were quite crazy too. So no, not you. I don't know. All I know is that Sonja went to some sort of resort. She has cleaned herself up. She has lost her weight. She looks amazing, and she looked clear and sober. And you know what? I say good on Sonja. Sonja is going up, up, and up. You know what I mean? I'm proud of Sonja, and I look forward to seeing her next season. I would love to see her without Ramona, but I look forward to seeing Sonja. Andy asked, were you really drinking rosé and Coke? He said, because that was a problem, not a solution. And I agree. I don't know if any of you enjoy a nice rosé and Coke, but no, that is not on the menu anywhere. I mean, I'm sure if you ordered it, they'd be happy to charge you $18.50 for it, but it'll only be the one glass. Nobody else wants that. So then we move over to Tinsley, who's wearing her little princess dress. That girl is going to be a princess forever, okay? Anyway, she had the biggest smile on her face. She is so happy. She is in love. Her, Scott, Strawberry, and Shortcake are happy in Chicago. And I think she's probably planning her wedding. The woman is glowing with happiness. My hopes is that she has a baby real soon, because this woman, she needs to be a mommy. She's a great doggy mom. The thing that I noticed is when the spotlight was on Tinsley, Dorinda was not giving her the respect at all. She was looking at her with a side eye. She was rolling her eyes and turning her head. And I was thinking, you know what, Dorinda, cut it. Can the woman have 5 seconds? She gave 2 or 3 seasons to this show. She deserves a little respect, a little camera time. She was here for half the season. Show some respect and sit there quietly while this woman is, you know, enjoying her time talking about her happy new life. I was not pleased, Dorinda.
I mean,
Nobody was
nobody, I
talking
never
about
felt
it.
any real support.
I know, but you have to give it to us for being a little doubtful because you had broken up so many times. So we were skeptical.
Now, on the support thing, I think that Tinsley has a point, but I also think that Dorinda has a point too. Now, you could have a girlfriend or a guy friend in your life and you could love them. You could think that they're the best person in the world. However, if this person has a relationship that is on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, up and down, and they're telling you about it every single time, you feel like you're on a roller coaster with them and you just want to get off. After a while, you don't want to hear about it. You're thinking, be with them, don't be with them, I don't care, but please let me go, set me free. I want out of this relationship. And that's kind of how the girls felt. So that's the part that I get. I hate the part that they laughed and joked and made fun of it. I also hate that she felt that she couldn't be free to tell them about it. But that sometimes happens when people are over it. But now everybody seems to be happy for her except for Dorinda. Everybody else seems to be team Scott and Tinsley. And that's the way it should be. And you know, Dorinda should be happy for that woman too. It's just not right to treat Tinsley like this. Tinsley is like Bambi. You don't do that to her. I'm just saying. Then there was a fan question where they were asking, did Tinsley leave the show because of Scott? And she says no, but then when she breaks the situation down a little bit, because Andy says, well, he wasn't really happy about the show. When she starts to break it down, she's saying that, you know, did Scott really want her on the show? No. And she felt like it would be a great way to show him that she was all in, that she loved him if she left the show and moved to Chicago, which if that is what she wants and her heart is there, I say go for it. Go for it. Why live in New York alone and sad, wanting love, if you could just go to Chicago and be with the man you love and your 2 baby puppies? I mean, why not? And the rest of the girls said the same thing. Well, Luann and Ramona said if a man put a ring on it, they would leave the show too. You know, and of course, Dorinda had to jump in with her comments, which were absolutely not necessary or needed or wanted. She says, well, he met you on the show. You would have never known him if it wasn't for the show. Bravo was good to you. I mean, listen here, Dorinda. This is not your business. This is Tinsley's business and Bravo's business. And if Bravo is saying it's okay, you should just be happy for her. Stop it. And at some point, she said that she hated Tinsley's life. And that ticked me off, because I'm thinking, why do you hate her life? You hate her life because she's living the fairy tale. That's what it is. I really believe Dorinda is a little bit jealous of this girl. Let this girl live. Let this girl have her happiness. You had your happiness when Richard was alive. I am sorry Richard is gone. I wish he was here with you, but he's not. And you have got to find your own Prince Charming and move on. But you need to leave Tinsley alone. So Andy says, I assume you and Dorinda have not spoken since you left for Chicago. And she says, no, you know, she's only spoken to Leah. And Dorinda says, well, she never talks to any of us anyway after filming, or something like that, she was saying. And I thought, Dorinda, after the way you treated her, did you really think she was going to call you, text you? Did you think you were going to get a Christmas card? Girl, no.
I mean, the vile turkey baster comment.
Sorry about
I am
that.
shamed for wanting a child. You said that.
I said, I'm sorry I said that. I apologize. It was a bad joke, and I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
Now see, Dorinda in this turkey baster comment, that was so tasteless and tacky. Women all over the world are doing their best to have babies and are having a hard time doing it. And then they go the route where they try to adopt, and sometimes they have a hard time doing that too. Leave people alone. The woman is just in love and wanting to have a family. And Dorinda does apologize, but the apology comes off bad. I mean, she laughed a little bit while she was giving the apology. And in her heart, I'm thinking that Dorinda probably is sorry about that turkey baster comment. That was awful. But the delivery of that apology was horrific. I thought, girl, you could do better than this. It was just not good. Then the big question of the night was, Dorinda, what is your issue with Tinsley? What is the issue?
I had told you that Scott had generously given John some money that you did not know about.
Finish, let her
The
finish.
betrayal
Okay.
that you felt from John manifested itself into anger towards me. The producers wanted me to not stay in the house that night because you were going so crazy. They
I
called
didn't know
John
that
saying,
they
"Don't
did it,
use
and I
my
don't
friend
care.
to ask for money."
You don't run game behind my back ever. I don't want you to talk to Scott.
Tinsley broke it all down. Okay, so now we know. John borrows money or gets money from Tinsley's man, and Luann goes ballistic. Okay, so listen, you should be ticked at John, not Tinsley. Why are you taking your anger of the situation with this money out on Tinsley? Tinsley has nothing to do with the fact that John needed money. Nothing to do with it. She probably absolutely had nothing to do with the fact that Scott gave John the money. I'm pretty sure at that time when Tinsley was just his girlfriend, she wasn't in control of who he gives money to. She probably still is not in control of who Scott gives his money to or loans his money to. Dorinda, you are absolutely wrong. I'm telling you, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for part 2. This is how you do a reunion. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, take note. Okay? This reunion started off with a bang, and next week looks like it is about to give us even more. I cannot wait, and I hope that you guys hang in there with me. I am so sorry I am hopped up on caffeine this morning. Whew, I'm telling you, my head's starting to hurt. But anyway, if you are with me, please subscribe, like, comment, and until next time, bye.